Would like to say our apologies to Gaelic Storm that you were listening to just there, but I know a lot of people are awaiting our interview with Mr. Seamus Egan from Solas, and he has arrived. The moment is here, so let's have a lot of fun with this. I would like to welcome to the broadcast Mr. Seamus Egan. Hello, how are you?
Good. Great to be here.
So you just came in from Washington, I understand?
Yeah, we played up in Port Angeles last night.
Yeah, good crowd?
Great crowd, really beautiful. Part of the country, we've never really been up there before.
Yeah.
Years ago, I'd taught at the music camp up in Port Townsend.
Mm-hmm.
But I met someone there last night who reminded me that I had turned 21 there that week.
Oh,
and
wow.
That just made me feel a little older than I was already feeling. So.
Wow. Well, I know that I arrived in Portland in 1997, and I think that it was the next year, 98, that I saw Solas at the Aladdin Theater.
Okay.
So it's kind of surreal to me that I went to see Solas in 98, and here we are all these years later, and I am now interviewing you, which to me is like a great honor. It's a fantastic privilege to have you sitting here on the broadcast.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
It's been 14 years now for Solas, right?
Yeah, and this our new album is we just realized the other day is our 10th album.
10th album. Wow, and that includes the CD, DVD, the reunion show as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, I was reading online, a lot of people are calling The Turning Tide, the new album, kind of like the pinnacle of the band.
Oh.
Is that a safe assumption? Do you feel it is the best so far?
Well, it's nice if people are thinking that. I mean, I think obviously, I think you go into every album hoping it's you're doing something that's pushed on a little bit from the one before. Mm-hmm. But we finished this one just before Christmas, and it was. The process of making it was really enjoyable this time, and we kind of set out to do a couple of specific things on this album in terms of how we were making it and that type of thing, and so we were really pleased with the end result. So it's nice if people are appreciating it.
Well, I know I like it a lot. I've listened to it 3 times since I've gotten it. It's a brilliant album. How long did it take? From the beginning of the recording process to the final mix, how long did it take?
Well, we started in, let me think now, I think we started recording in October. Mm-hmm. We had a week or 10 days off on a tour, and we just scheduled it to begin in Philadelphia. And then we worked for a week or so, and then we were back out on the road again, and then we had some more dates in November, and then some more dates in December, and then it was just sort of a mad dash trying to get it all wrapped up just before, like, literally Christmas week. We were finishing the mixes and final touches and mastering and all that kind of stuff. Is
it hard to go from a studio frame of mind to a live show frame of mind and then back and forth again?
It is a little, yeah, because you really sort of, particularly for us anyway, we tend to put the stuff together, not on stage. Mm-hmm. I know that we've tried to work things out live and then bring them to the studio and then start recording them. But for us, it just seems like when we do it that way, go from the stage to the studio with new material, we seem to have a problem or difficulty rather getting that sort of energy that you have live in the studio on that, because you have this other notion of what that thing was. Mm-hmm. So we tend to work the things out in the studio and then bring them live, and so it's it's a different process. Yeah.
Well, let's hear a little bit from it, from The Turning Tide, the brand new album from Solas. Let's hear Hugo's Big Reel. Hi, that was Hugo's Big Reel from Solas. We are joined in the studio once again by Mr. Seamus Egan. We were talking a little bit during that song about the weather back east as compared to the weather out here. I guess we're liking this better now, huh?
We're having a really nice time this week. It was so nice to be able to take off the gloves and the woolly hats and the big boots.
Yeah.
And feel some warmth from the sun. It's been fantastic.
Wow. Okay, so we have a show tonight at the Aladdin Theater. Tickets are still available. You may want to make sure they're available, and don't miss this show. This is a fantastic band to see live. We cannot stress this enough. Portland, you need to support Celtic music. Get out there and see some of this. Where do we go after tonight? Where does the tour lead to?
We're back to the East Coast tomorrow. I know. And then we have just a couple of days off there, and then it picks back up in just outside of Boston, and then we're at it again.
Is there European dates coming up?
There are, but not until later in the summer.
Okay.
We'll be over in Ireland for a little bit. I know that we're going to be in France for a bit, and so.
Okay. I was looking at some of the notes here for the Turning Tide. A lot of really good renditions of songs from other artists. When you decide to do a cover, so to speak, what makes you choose the song you choose? Is it a band decision, or is it does somebody bring the suggestion to the band, or?
It happens in a variety of ways, really. When we're sort of gearing up to we're always, I suppose, collecting material as well as writing material. So it's pretty much a never-ending process. But once we start focusing in on an actual album, and when we're going to begin one, everyone kind of just throws on the table what they've been listening to and thinking about that might work for the band, and it just then becomes a process of elimination and trying to figure out, particularly, speaking to the covers, which songs that we think we can bring ourselves to and do justice to the song. And so it's a lot of trial and error and going through a lot of songs that you work on, and for one reason or another they just don't seem to work out, and then you just sort of keep whittling away, and you end up with what ends up on the album.
So have you ever started working on a cover and think to yourself, this isn't going to work, but then it just blossoms on its own and becomes better than you ever thought?
Oh yeah, I mean there's one song that we nearly didn't record at all was Pastures of Plenty.
Oh, really?
Just because it was just giving us a real, it was fighting us all the way.
Wow, that's kind of like a... And
then it just clicked. Then there was a moment where it just kind of came together. But then you have the other side of that where you're working on something and you think it's going to come together really nicely, and then at the end of the day it just kind of falls apart.
Maybe we should put it on the back burner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, well, let's. I know we're under time restraint here. Let's get right back into it. This is also from the Turning Tide. This is A Sailor's Life. Okay, A Sailor's Life from the brand new album, The Turning Tide, from Solas. We need to let people know where they can find out a little bit more about Solas. Website.
Yes, solasmusic.com.
Solasmusic.com, yep. There's also, I know the album is put out on Compass Records.
That's right.
I know that they've got a nice little page there for Solas as well.
Yeah.
I believe it would be something like compass.com/Solas, probably something.
Yeah, probably Compass Records.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
The show is tonight, Portland, at the Aladdin Theater. Make sure you get your tickets. Make sure you are there. It's going to be a fantastic show, and if it's not sold out, you may want to be quick. If it's not sold out, I think it probably will be very soon. So you might want to get on the horn with the Aladdin, or get down there to the box office and get your tickets. It has been an absolute pleasure to have you in here. It has been an extreme honor. I'm really, really happy to have you here. So,
well, thank you.
Let's go ahead, play the very last song that we're going to be playing from the new album today, and we'll see Solas tonight at the show.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for giving me the time to come in and chat.
You bet. This is Trip to Carriol.